Hello and welcome to this edition of TMA's Farm Margin Talk. This is Devin Schierling, Grain Marketing Manager for TMA. So as we look at our Farm Margin Index for June the 28th, 2012, once again you'll notice that corn continued to be the leader from a profitability standpoint, with irrigated corn reaching $383 of profit potential and dryland corn actually breaking that 150 mark. Now the question is why? Well, I think the why is very simple right now. We're in an environment where weather continues to be king regardless of what the USDA report came out to be. And you walk out your front door, and the majority of our corn growing regions are experiencing 100+ degree weather with very limited moisture opportunities. So the most of our area is extremely concerned about our corn crop. Now, I had several producers who got their corn planted the 1st of March in this territory, and the years look phenomenal. It needs rain, but the cob size had 20 kernels all the way around, and it was 100% pollinated. The corn that was planted 3 weeks later, it was a little bit of a different story, and it's still in that pollinating process. So there's a lot of variability that we're going to see throughout this corn crop, and that's why we're seeing such a volatile change in our corn profitability. Bean profitability has stayed relatively the same. Beans have moved up on the week 52 cents, and you can see that we still have good profitability there, but it didn't have the same amount of change as corn. So as we look at our profitability for new crop grains based off of Groveland, Kansas, you'll see that this is the micro information that we always show. Now, if I can draw your attention to wheat here, we went ahead and made some additional changes for our 2013 expected prices. So to follow up from our conversation last week, the harvest price is complete for your wheat crop insurance policies. That number came in at $6.75. So what that means is, remember our example here that you have a 40 bushel APH, you bought an 80% policy, and the base price was $862, you were guaranteed $275.84 of revenue. So with our base price coming in at $675, as you see up here in this blue star, if your overall farm yield in an enterprise unit structure was greater than 40.8 bushels this year, you will not be receiving a claim. So now what I want to draw your attention to is some of the examples of what is available right now. In this time of volatility, we all don't know what to do, and we oftentimes take the ostrich approach to marketing. And so what I want to do is focus us on one opportunity today, and that's 2013 wheat. So with the bumper yields that we had throughout our territory this year, most of our farm APHs have taken a nice increase. So we're going to use 48 bushels an acre for this example. We're going to assume $284 of cost, and we're going to use today's close and basis at Groveland, Kansas to give us a $735 cash price. So if today was a perfect world and you bought an 80% insurance policy, you grew 48 bushel wheat at $735, you'd be making right about $68 an acre of profit. So the key to this is there is opportunity out there, and make sure you use these volatile moves to set at least a revenue or profit floor for your 2013 wheat. And so what does that look like? Well, I went ahead and pulled this chart from 2008 to 2000 to today. Apologize for the 2012 listing at the very top. And you can see that where we're at right here is pretty much the highs that we've seen since middle to early August of 2011. And so we're back up to some key pivotal times. So I'm not saying today's the day to sell. I'm saying make sure you have a plan in place and lock in at least a minimum profitability for your farm if it works on your operation. Just a quick reminder once again about our meetings on July 11th and 12th. And please RSVP to Tanya if you're going to be able to attend. And so what's causing this market to move? Well, number one, king is weather, like we talked earlier. Throughout the entire Corn Belt and throughout the Midwest, weather is key, as well as world economics. And the world economics really got a big shot in the arm today with the announcements out of the EU and coming to agreement. You saw the US dollar drop. You saw crude move higher, and the Dow moved 270 points higher as well. So that was a big news that gave some support to our crops. This is a picture that I found going around that just proves that weather is king. This is Indiana corn that's being chopped by a bush hog to be fed. So it's something that I've never seen. I'm not saying this is the entire state of Indiana, but it just shows you that it is dry and extremely dry in some places. For more additional information, feel free to contact your TMA grain marketing or crop insurance specialist. Thank you and have a great 4th of July weekend.